Hello everybody, I want you to listen to what I have to say. Seriously, I want you to listen. Some of you will agree with what I have to say, some of you will disagree, but I'm taking it to you, and I want you to send this video to your congressman or senator. And basically, how to do the financial situation. Okay, first, remember what I said yesterday, and I've been saying for a long time. We have to stop foreclosures. We must stop foreclosures on single American family homes. So, how can we do this? Well, don't give the banks the money. Don't buy up bunches of junk. What you do is we go and be very specific at what we're going to do. We will stop foreclosures. First, in this bill that the Congress is passing, they basically put a stipulation that all foreclosures are stopped with this bill, and that the federal government will then look at the foreclosures and see what they are. Now, if they're a foreclosure for somebody who's flipping houses, in other words, they buy a house and they fix it up and sell it, no, they're not eligible for any assistance whatsoever. They will sell their house or they lose that house. That's it. Bottom line. This is a business deal. It ain't a family home. What this is this $700 billion is need to put money back into the banking system. To do that, we need to do it right. We need to do it where it is helping the American people. This whole problem started with two things. One, foreclosures on houses. Two, a glut on houses for sale. We need to take that down. Now, how can we do this? The first batch, about $250 million, it will go to the IRS. Why the IRS? Why the Internal Revenue Service? Who knows how many bank accounts you got? Who knows how much money you make? Who knows how many kids you got? Who knows how many houses you own? And which ones have mortgages, and which banks or mortgage company holds the mortgage? The IRS, right. They have all that information already in their computers. What they need to do is just simply program into the computers to pick out single families that are living in their homes that are on a faulty mortgage or a foreclosed mortgage, and have the computer pick it up. That will pull out every single one of them. Prioritize it. If the stipulations, the person, did they lose their job? You know, put the reasons why the problems are there. People who have lost their job, they have top priority. People who with balloon payments, they come in second, and on and on. And what you do now is, by priority, you take those mortgages. The IRS buys them from the banks or mortgages at the reduced rate that they are right now. I mean, they just buy the mortgage up. Then the IRS contacts the people and let them know that they now own the mortgage, that their payments will be made towards the IRS. And the IRS gets with the owner of the house or the family and say, okay, we don't want your house. We're going to hold your mortgage until things stabilize. Now, we sit down. How much can you pay? Some of these people may end up paying 0% interest on their mortgage, just paying principal. They may be paying small amounts of their principal, but our government holds their mortgage, and they make payments to our government via the IRS. Some of these mortgages we may hold for 6 months, 8 months. Some of these mortgages we may hold, and people may end up paying off the house. It's not to be repossessed by the IRS. It is simply to be held and be an accounting firm, since they already have everything there to do the job. Utilize your resources. Our government, the IRS, is monitored by Congress. Congress can monitor this program. They can actually call the program SFSAFA. SFSAFA. H, I mean. And that stands Stop Foreclosures on Single American Family Homes. Yes, we can do it. Now listen to what I said. Think about it. Think it over. See where it is actually coming from. We have a responsibility, our government, to help these people who have been struggling, who lost their jobs because the jobs moved out of the country, who lost their income because something else of that nature has happened. We need to stop these foreclosures. Once we stop the foreclosures, once the federal government picks up these bad mortgages and starts maintaining it and stop the people from losing their homes, you will take a lot of burden off these people. They can then sit back, try to work things out, pay their other bills, feed their family, and not worry about losing their home, not worrying whether their children will have a place to sleep at night, not worry about what's going to happen the day after tomorrow. We will give them some breathing room. This is not a welfare case. This is nothing more than the IRS picking up these mortgages and stopping the foreclosures. That will also take all those houses off the market. They will immediately go off the market. That will then increase the value of your home. And then it will also give the bank some fluid cash, so for other people who wish to buy homes, they can buy homes. They will have money to move around. That is the building, the first foundation. It has to be a sound foundation. Think about it. Stopping the foreclosures of all American single-family homes. The requirements are the family must be living in the home. If it's a second home, it doesn't qualify. Only the primary family home. There must be a reason for the failure, job loss, balloon payments, things like that, and that the house will either be going into foreclosure, is in foreclosure, or the payment schedule has been so it is a bad loan. These all need to be in consideration, and then once the IRS gets the mortgage, they can work with the people to make it a solid, good mortgage. And then once it is straightened out and our economy straightened out, the mortgage will be sold to the public or the banking market. What does that mean we're doing? Are we going into owning? No, the government is not going into owning property. Any profit made off of this goes straight to Social Security. Period. And that's what they put in there. Hey, they wanted to, remember they wanted to go to Wall Street and make Social Security? Well, here's a little of that idea, but it's not going to go to Wall Street. What it's going to do is the IRS is going to pick up faulty mortgages, make them sound, sell them, and any profit made from those sales goes straight to Social Security for everybody. Government can't argue that, and it's not a permanent. The government does not own the property. The government owns the mortgage. By owning the mortgage, the payments will be made to the IRS, and for once the IRS will be the good guy. They have all the information there. They have it all available. All they need to do is program their computers. They can pull it out, and they can start picking up the bad mortgages that are there. Don't give the money to the banks. Don't just hand the money out. The IRS is monitored. They can actually set up a whole division in the IRS if they want, when they could call it the SFSAFA. SFSAFA. For Stop Foreclosures on Single American Family Homes. This is what you need to look at. This is what we need to consider. This is what we need to do. Stop foreclosures. We can do it. Don't give the money directly. And as far as bad credit card debts, forget it. That's on their own. This is to stop foreclosures on single family dwellings. Keep the American family in their home. Help them. They spent years paying taxes. They spent years working. Now they lost their job. It's time for the government to stand up and say, we are here for you, the American people. Thank you. This is JD. Remember, I'm still a write-in, and I'm sure some of you are going to say, oh, this is socialism, this is... It is not. I will explain that on another video. But that's what we need to do. Stop foreclosures on the American family. Thank you.